My whole life, my dad has given me burnt CDs. Still to this day, he does this. He burns CDs and he does like track list and writes what songs are on it. Music has always been our language. When I moved out to Seattle all these years, I've always had all these CDs in my car that I still to this day have in my car that I listen to. And I was driving around Seattle. I just had this thing in me that is like, it's time to go home. And there was a Neil Young song that came on called Unknown Legend. I got back to my apartment that night and my roommate, who's one of my very dear friends that now lives in Wilmington. He's sitting on the porch when I get home, kind of in a mood, and he goes, "Do you ever think about going home?" I sat down next to him and I was like, "Bobby, it's time to go home." But of course, once you decide it's time to go home, then it's like, okay, but what am I gonna do? That night, I like stayed up all night. I was in my room. I felt like Charlie Day in the episode of It's Always Sunny with all the piecing together. I was like trying to think like, okay, I love records. I have a huge knowledge of music. I don't want to do what my parents do. I've worked retail since I was 15. Wilmington's really cool and it has a lot of room for opportunity, but like, how do I implement that? Like, do I want to open my own store? I can't open my own store. That's crazy. And then David Bowie's Modern Love comes on. And I'm just like in my room in my apartment in Seattle and I'm dancing around and I'm like, I'm going to fucking do this, dude. I'm going to open my own shop. So going back, the David Bowie Modern Love moment, defining moment, me dancing around, coming up with the idea, and the Neil Young driving around dad CD moment is what made me come up with, I took Unknown Legend and Modern Love and I put the two together and made it Modern Legend.